Hi everybody, welcome back to this week's makes vlog with a bit of a twist because it kind of includes my make, someone else's make and someone else's make and three patterns, a mashup, all sorts. You'll see as we go through. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, I'm Alison. My channel is So Like Dotty and today we're going to talk about the Aspen, McCalls and a bit of a mashup. So I did make the Aspen. I've already shared a vlog. Lots of you might have seen that already. It did have quite a lot of views and I made that in a denim chambray with pink top stitching. So I'll pop that in. As you can see, I love that dress, and as you can see I have made another one. So this is a cotton poplin and it was from Felicity Fabrics. I got it last year. If it's still on the site, I'll link it below. So any patterns that I mention are always in the description box below, and any fabrics, if they're still available, I'll always link them in, so you can always check that out. So this is my second one. I've made the same adjustments that I made to the first one, which is basically nothing to the fit, except that I have quite large arms and I don't know why. I'm looking at the pattern, the straight sleeves on the short sleeve one, I'm just a little bit nervous about them. I think at some point I'll probably try them. So I put in the flare sleeves. So I have got pictures. I'll stand up and show you it. So I just want to say there are darts in the front. I've not made any adjustment on the waist. And I've not made any adjustments on the gathers. It is a bit marmitey for some people in terms of the gathers. I'll talk about that in a second. Now I do put in the flare dress from fabric Godmother sleeves because they suit my style, my shape, my fit. So that is the dress. I'm really happy with this. I'm tending to wear this one more zipped up, and I will just unzip it slightly and show you one of the things. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but you can see I've kind of put a little bit of a facing on there, just because when you wear it lower down, I don't mind showing this part of the zip, but I don't want the messiness of the zip. So I just put a strip up on the inside and that's worked really well. But don't know why, for this one I'm just preferring it a bit more zipped up. These zips come from Amazon. I'll pop a link in the description box. So they're acrylic teeth, which is great for me. This bit is metal, but I just put some I do my own nail gel, so I just put some top coat nail gel on the back part, which is metal because I've got a metal allergy. So I love the dress. I didn't put the pockets on because I feel like this fabric is busy enough, and I wanted to kind of try to line the flowers up as best I can, which I think I've done. Looks a bit funny on this. It's one of those fabrics that makes your eyes go a bit funny. It gives me all the Kylie, I can't say her name, bless her, vibes. And it's got a slight stretch in it as well. But I like it. It's the first time I've obviously done it in a cotton poplin. So I made the size 18 D cup, absolutely no adjustments, and it's just a personal choice to change the sleeves. So, of course, the other dress that's been kicking around is the McCalls. I'm not going to say the number. I'll pop it on the screen and I'll type the number on because I can never remember the numbers of their patterns. How people do, I don't know. Now, they came out about the same time, didn't they? So there was lots of talk about which one to get and which one to do. Now, I've not made this pattern. I know people that have made it. And Vanessa from @Sololurask, so I'll link her channel and her Instagram is the same name. She did make this dress and she was on So Virtual. I can remember her talking about it and she was very excited about it. And then she put a post on my Facebook group, my So Like Dotty Facebook group, saying, don't like the pattern, does anybody want the pattern? So one of the other ladies took the pattern and then she said, I don't even like the dress on me. Would anybody like the dress? So I did kind of wait 3 seconds to see if anybody else answered. Vanessa and I are similar in physique. I don't think she'll mind me saying that because we've done a collab recently. We had a bit of a chat about that. And I think that's maybe the Marmite bit about both of these patterns. It's either for you or it's not for you. And that's very similar with other patterns as well, isn't it? But I was absolutely gutted for her that she'd put all the time in and it just wasn't for her. So I said, yes, I'll have it, please. So I'm going to get changed and I'm going to show you that one. I should have put some full length ones of this one in, so let me know what you think in the comments. So I'm back and I'm changed, and this is the McCall's pattern. So I think the fit is very similar. I think it's just fractionally off my shoulders. I think Vanessa said that she cut it on, I'm sure she said a size 24, but Simplicity McCall's patterns are all crazy sizing. So I find on independents that I'm a size 18. But if I did a McCall's, I would be about a size 24 on their sizing. So it's probably slightly lower here. I think the collar fits and lies really nicely. Now can't get my words out. I have had a look at the construction of the garment, not at how Vanessa made it, but just out of interest at the construction, and it doesn't seem to have a collar stand. So the collar just goes straight on to this one, where with the fabric Godmother dress, it does have a sort of crescent shaped collar stand, which helps it lie flat. But this, I've got to say, this is lying flat beautifully. Interestingly, she's got exactly the same zip in here that I'd already chosen to put in there. So I've done the same to this one. And what Vanessa said was, and I've seen the pictures, but they're not really mine to share, that it was just huge. It swamped her. Now, this has had alterations made to it. So I feel like with the alterations, it's a very similar fit. It has a bust dart here, and obviously the pockets are on. Now, I've seen the pictures of Vanessa, so I'm going to try to sort of almost recreate it. When she made it, she held the fabric and it was like bunched out here. So there was a lot of excessive fabric in it. So I think she's brought it in, but she's also put, very cleverly, a couple of darts in here to give it some shape, and took quite a bit of volume, I think, out of the skirt. Now, the sleeves, these are the McCall sleeves, but I had to lengthen them. So I'm really happy with how they look. They look very similar to the flare sleeves, actually. But I'll sit down and I'll explain what I did. So when I said to Vanessa, yes, I'll take it, please, I did say to her, if by any chance you've got some scraps of fabric, could you pop them in with it? Because I'm concerned that the sleeves are generally shorter and tight around the cuff, and I just can't deal with that with my arms. So I didn't know if I was just going to need to make that band bigger. And bless her, there was over a metre of fabric that she sent. And Vanessa, I can't thank you enough how kind to say, I'm not going to use this pattern anymore. You've offered it to somebody else, and to gift the dress to somebody, I think, is a really kind thing to do. The sleeves, as you'll see in the pictures, just would never have worked for me at all. So I carefully unpicked the sleeves, created a pattern piece, lengthened the sleeves so they were the same length as the flare pattern piece, and then just made some new cuffs to put on them. And now it's very wearable and it's very me. Now, I would love, I love the cuteness of the arms of the sleeves on the actual pattern, because they're a little bit puffed up, and I think if you've got nice slender arms, they would look really, really cute. For me, that just didn't work, but don't let that put you off. What I did just want to highlight were the differences in the fit, because if I'd made this, I would have probably felt, as Vanessa did, that it was really big. And obviously she's experienced it sewing, to do her measurements and look at the finished garment measurements and all of that. But all the changes she had to make it just sort of fit, and then it just wasn't for her. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they've took a lot of fabric out of the skirt on the Aspen dress, and I think that's possibly been when it's been a heavier weight, like the denims. I've stuck to what it says, but it's basically two rectangles, so you can do it as you want to. And they both have the pockets, although I didn't put the pockets on that one. These are they're pretty much the same. The pockets are a similar size, they position the same. Yeah, just rectangles. So I just wanted to be honest, because I felt like it was an opportunity to talk about both. I'm not pro one or against one. I haven't actually made this one apart from putting the sleeves in, but I thought it was an opportunity for me to share them both with you. And let me know what you think. If you've made the McCalls, drop it in the comments. If you've made the Fabric Godmother, drop that in. Just really interested. I've got to say, all the ones that I've seen people wearing, I feel really broad in this, but I think it's just because it's such a light fabric, and it's a very soft needle cord as well, so it's a little bit more structured. So there is like a additional entry to this. Now, it's not my dress, but I have messaged this lady and said, can I include this, please? So Emma M, who is one of the Sew Virtual attendees, is the Crafty Clyde. You might know her from Instagram, and she has been making a Faspen on Sew Virtual, so a fake Aspen. I think we came up with a few names. She came up with the Faspen. I think it's a great name. So she made it. It's a combination of two patterns. So it's the Lyra top, and she just altered the button panel to put a zip in instead. And then I can't remember the name of the skirt, but I'll pop it on the screen. She used, I think it might be a Megan Nielsen skirt off another dress, and put that on. And yeah, it looks lovely. I've seen it on her. I've seen her wearing it. She's tried it on Sew Virtual, but she hasn't shared any pictures up to the point I'm recording this of her in it. But she has put them on a dressmaker's dummy, and I've got a couple of those photos. So it's just to say, because I thought about doing that with the Lyra when I first saw this style of dress in Liberty a couple of years ago, and I'm quite good at hacking, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. But Emma obviously did, and that's inspired a couple of other people I know to give that a try. So if you're thinking this might be your vibe, but you're concerned about fit, but you've already got the Lyra and you know that fit is good for you, then give it a go. Because I know that M used a different skirt, but this is literally two rectangles. Certainly the Fabric Godmother one is, there's no shaping in at the waist, there's no witches the top or the bottom, it's just rectangles and gathered right around. So what have you got to lose? There might be another one. You might have another shirt dress. I know in Sew Frugal we shared some free patterns for shirt dresses. So there might be something else that you've got that you could adapt to make your own version of this if you want to. But I just wanted to include the Faspen because, yeah, I loved watching Emma make it, and it looks great. She's popped a little belt on hers as well. So it's just got a little bit of a different vibe, and styling it in a different way might be something that you're interested in as well. So yeah, I'm going to sign off for today. That is my mix for the week, because from Wednesday to Friday I've been away at baby lock, so there's not been an awful lot of other sewing done. But I've made a dress, I've took the sleeves out of one, put new sleeves in. I haven't quite hemmed this up yet, I've got that to do. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with my mix this week, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing a bit of a comparison between them all. Let me know what you think, chat in the comments, and I'll be back on Sunday with my April sewing plans, so check those out then.